Good evening. We call the business meeting of Florence City Council to order. If you please stand. We pray for the wisdom to make decisions that are beneficial to the people represented here. Empower us to speak honestly, reflect wisely, and vote with integrity. We seek your guidance tonight. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Miss Wingo. Present. Miss Chambers.
Here.
Mr. Nguyen.
Here.
Miss Whalen.
Here.
Mr. Snyder.
Present.
Miss Cable.
Here.
Mayor, we have a quorum.
We have approval of the business meeting minutes for July 8th, 2025. Is there a motion to approve? Ms. Whalen?
Second.
Second by Mr. Schneider. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Well, that was perfect timing. David, you came in right in the nick of time. Tonight, we have an exciting opportunity to share some news with you. I would like to call David Dobello and then Julie Kirkpatrick to the podium. And David, in your house, I got to speak first, so how about in the council chambers, you get to speak first tonight?
Absolutely. So an hour and a half ago, we just announced to the public that the Y'alls are bringing the 2026 Frontier League All-Star Game home here. We're really excited for it. It's been a while in the making, something we've wanted to do for the last few years. As you all may or may not know, we've had the team 6 years now. It's been 6 years last week. And, you know, really one of our missions from day one was let's see what we can do to make this ballpark, this team, a pillar of the community. And I'd say we've gone a decent amount of the way, and to me, this is kind of the culmination. We're bringing here a national event. There's going to be people from Canada all the way down south to Mississippi coming here. But more importantly, it's going to be an event that's for the community. We're going to make it a 5-day event with things to do leading up to it, a couple days of baseball, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. And ultimately, though, I stand in front of you guys and say thank you. It's your stadium. We're just the tenant. But you guys have been great, all of you, for supporting us and making an investment in the ballpark. I specifically thank you, Mayor Julie, and ex-Mayor Diane. The two of you and your leadership certainly has led us to this point where we have one of the best facilities in the league, as maybe Steve will speak about in a moment. And being that and being what we've done to the ballpark and what's coming next year allows us to bring the game here and bring it home. We're going to have fun.
Thank you. I'm Julie Kirkpatrick. I'm President and CEO of Meet KY, and on behalf of our entire tourism team that represents this region, I would like to thank Mayor Aubuchon, Vice Mayor Whalen, the esteemed City Council, and everyone that lives, works, and plays in Florence for this amazing event that is coming to the community. It is an honor to bring this Frontier League All-Star Game to Florence. It is going to showcase, of course, the best in baseball, and part of the tagline is the pros come to flow, which is going to be amazing. But this is also about community pride, it's about economic development, and it is about showcasing the spirit of this community on a national stage. We are so excited to make big things happen in Florence, and I have a little tagline of my own that thinking about celebrating America's 250th birthday here in Florence, starting in July 3rd with your community event, running all the way through this All-Star Game, is a great opportunity to show what I think is one of the best places to live in this community. So thank you.
I do want to bring up the Frontier League Commissioner, Steve Tassler. Greetings from the league, and you can talk a little bit about the rest of the league and the All-Star Game as well.
Sure. Thank you, Mayor, Council. We are really excited to be able to bring the All-Star events back to Florence for the third time. In the last 20 years, you'll be the first market to have hosted the game 3 times. And the Y'alls, the former Freedom, the ballpark have all undergone really major transformations each attempt of having the game here. It's our biggest event, is the simplest way to put it. Over the last 5 years, the league has grown dramatically. We now are from Quebec City, Canada, our 3 Canadian teams, now down into the southeast in Kinston, North Carolina, and even more so in Pearl, Mississippi. We had a game in Troy, New York last week. It was a sellout crowd. We had family members, we had ownership, we had front office representation, we had fans from all 18 markets come to see what there was to do in the Capital District of New York. And it's going to be great to show off Northern Kentucky in that same way. Being our premier event, lots of people want to host it, lots of markets want to host it. So in terms of how do we decide where to put it, who deserves it? Who do we want to show off? Because we also bring people from existing cities to see what the ballpark can be like and what improvements can be made and how to add life to it. We're bringing prospective ownership groups and prospective markets to come to see what the Frontier League, what our baseball model can deliver to their community as well. So when we place the All-Star Game, we want to make sure it's going to give us the best possible showcase for the league itself. And the fans and the support that we've seen in Florence, the quality and the condition of the ballpark and the improvements, people will walk in and not believe that the stadium's over 20 years old. It looks brand new. It's in great shape. The amenities, the improvements, while still keeping the original structure, and plus the beautiful location right on 7175. This is exactly what we want. When we talk to markets, when we talk to communities about why they should be part of the Frontier League, why we think they're a good fit, Florence is one of the ones we point to. Because again, you've been around 22, 23 years, and you're still you're setting attendance records still. You're getting more and more community support each year. And that demonstrates that this is not a 1 or 2 year trial. This is not a honeymoon period, then a fall off, and then just kind of slowly fizzles out. It's the opposite. It's a steady, ongoing growth of innovation, creativity, and investment in the product. And the Y'alls organization has done a great job on their side. They're one of our most innovative clubs. The city in Florence, I've been in league 29 years, so I was in the league well before the stadium was built. And I remember the early days. I remember having to come here and help out when everything went bad 20 plus years ago. We're well past that. Kim Brown did a great job of rescuing the team and stabilizing it, and the current group of David and his ownership group have just taken that level and continue to raise it every single year. So, we're very excited. We're proud to award the game here. I'm proud to be able to come to Florence for multiple days next summer and, see what there is to offer throughout the city and throughout the region. So thank you for everything you have done to keep the Y'alls in town. Thank you for being a showcase market for the Frontier League. It makes my job much easier when I can point to Florence, Kentucky, the relationship with the city, the dedication of the people in terms of, what makes us work. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I believe Diane, Vice Mayor Whalen, and myself were the only ones who went on that original kind of fact-finding trip to discover whether or not we wanted to do baseball. And I know that Diane had a lot to do with that and drove that idea, and council bought into it. And really it was bringing an amenity to our city, creating a sense of place and a draw for visitors. And I do, remember those early days. Like you said, we've come a long way. The team's had some ups and downs throughout the years, but the Y'alls have really embraced everything that's great about this community and showcased it through their brand. And we really hats off to David and the whole team there. They've done a great job. You've already heard about the excitement of the game itself and the fans it will bring and the economic impact it will generate. But I want to talk about what this moment means to our community, not just in 2026, but for the years to come. Florence has always believed in the power of community, whether it's our thriving businesses, our youth leagues, or our game nights at our Thomas More Stadium. We know that when people come together, great things happen. The All-Star Game is a reflection of that spirit. This isn't just a baseball event. It's an opportunity to showcase who we are, from the friendly faces that greet visitors at local hotels, to the servers in our restaurants who serve up Kentucky hospitality, to the generations of fans like myself who have grown up cheering for, was the Freedom back then, now it's the Y'alls. This is Florence at its best. The timing couldn't be more special. In 2026, our nation celebrates its 250th birthday. What a better way to honor the milestone than by hosting a celebration of America's pastime right here in Florence. This is our chance to shine on a national stage, and we are ready. To our residents and business owners, get ready. This is going to be an unforgettable week of community celebration and pride. To the fans who will travel here for the All-Star Game, we can't wait to welcome you. So I want to thank everyone for making this possible, and I look forward to the collaboration. Thank you all. And the date of the game is July 14th, correct? Of 2026. Does anyone have any questions?
Can I make a
Comments?
statement?
Ms. Whalen? Certainly.
When David came into the market and made the purchase, we talked a lot about the stadium and how it could be used. And I think the important thing here is that we're looking at a baseball stadium, but we're looking at so much more. It is an opportunity for a Christmas light display, the city and a Halloween display, just all the different things that you bring that takes this 3 or 4 month out of the year facility and turns it into a year-round opportunity for our residents. So I think that's what's important as well. That's another statement that I think the Frontier League takes into consideration. How is the stadium being used, and how is the community being able to take advantage? So thank you for all the work you've done and all the things that you've brought to the stadium to make it a year-round facility.
Thank you. All right. Moving on to our next item of business. This is ordinance 018-2025. This is discussion and possible action. It's an ordinance of the City of Florence, Kentucky, establishing a disability signage program. So the purpose of this ordinance is 018-2025 is to establish policies and procedures for application review and installation of persons with disability area signs and residential areas within the City of Florence. The full text of ordinance 018-2025, including its exhibits, is available for examination in the office of the City Clerk of the City of Florence, Kentucky, in the Florence Government Center, 8100 Ewing Boulevard, Florence, Kentucky, during regular office hours. This is a program that you did receive a memo. This is a signage program that will enable people to have signs in their residential area to notify people with disabilities that live there. Just make sure that there's extra caution dealing with those types of individuals that may need a little bit more attention given. And so you did receive a memo. Is there anyone who has questions? We do have our Human Services Coordinator here if there's any questions.
Could she maybe go into some detail on it for us, just for the public as well? I mean, we've got a memo.
Certainly.
It'd certainly be nice to share that.
So we did create this program for any individuals with disabilities, so it's not specific to one age group. There will be an eligibility, which is you have to have a confirmed disability, and that will come with a physician's statement. There will be an application that individuals can complete and submit. Once that's submitted, city staff will review that, and they'll either receive an approval or a denial. Once approved, then it will move to Public Services, who will handle placing of a sign. And then if denied, then anyone who is denied will receive a denial letter, and they'll have the opportunity to appeal that with city staff. And then annually, we'll review to make sure that no one has moved or still lives in the same place.
Could you share some of the kinds of signs and the kinds of things that you're looking at having applications for?
So there will only be one sign. It'll just say person with disability area, so it'll be the same sign throughout the community. And as far as persons with disabilities, it is anything that is classified by the ADA under persons with disabilities. We're not able to make that decision. We'll just need a medical doctor will have to support that diagnosis.
And this could be adults or children.
Yep, so it's inclusive of all persons.
Is there any other discussion?
I have.
Ms. Chambers?
I was just wondering, what brought us here to decide that we needed to do something like this? Did we have someone from the community reach out?
Yeah, so Public Services, Eric received a request online from a community member requesting that. And so after conversations with Public Services and administration, we worked together to come up with this program.
Any other discussion?
I appreciate you taking the time to do this, because I know that there are a lot of individuals with disabilities that I worry about on a daily basis, just with kids that are running around and, not knowing if they have autism or if they have any other type of disability. So I appreciate the time that you've put into this and the city has worked on. So thank you.
Is there a motion to approve this?
So moved.
Ms. Wingo? Second. Mr. Nguyen, is there any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Wingo?
Yes.
Ms. Chambers?
Yes.
Mr. Nguyen?
Yes.
Ms. Whalen?
Yes.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes.
Ms. Cable?
Yes.
Mayor, motion passes 6-0.
For the mayor's report, just some notes to join us for Christmas in July, this Friday at the Florence Aquatic Center. This is always a fun event. Admission is just $5 per person, or you can bring 3 canned goods per person for a donation, and requested items, and I believe those are going to Go Pantry. And requested items are canned pasta and fruit cups. So come on over for some fun activities and giveaways on Christmas in July. There will be no council meeting. It is a 5th Tuesday. We typically do not meet on a 5th Tuesday. That's July 29th. So we will see you in August. And the Car Show and Art and Vendor Festival is scheduled for Saturday, August 2nd from 9 to 2 at Bell Park and the Historic Fire Station on Main Street in Florence. Parking will be available at Florence Christian Church and the Church of Scientology near the festival. For more information, please contact the Administration Department at 859-647-8177. Actually, I believe the Church of Scientology is where the Car Show parking will be. The City of Florence will host a National Night Out on Tuesday, August 5th from 5 to 7. The event will be held here at the Florence Government Center. The Police Department, Public Services Department, and Fire EMS Department will have equipment on display. There will be vendors and food will be provided to attendees. It's a great opportunity to connect with city officials, city personnel, and council members. Is there anyone on council who desires recognition? Ms. Whalen?
If I may. At our budget retreat, we had some discussion. I brought up a conversation concerning the insurance premium tax. You said at the time that you were looking into that, and I guess the fact that I received my insurance renewal notices and the cost of insurance across the board continues to accelerate. The assessment of your house continues to accelerate. And at one point in time, the city had an 8% insurance premium tax. We did drop that to 5%. But I also, in reviewing my policies, recognize that not only is the city charging 5% of the total premium, but then the insurance companies charge an additional 2% on top of that. So essentially, our residents are paying 7% of their insurance premium in taxes to the city. There's also a tax on there for police and fire surcharge that goes directly to the state of Kentucky, and that's for the pension fund. But I would request that rather than waiting on this, because there is a deadline after the first of the year, to change it if we're going to go ahead and bring that information forward to council so we can review that and make a determination, maybe sooner rather than later, to allow some relief to our residents. It's truly the only tax that we charge that everybody pays. If you have an insurance policy on a home, a car, your rental insurance, whatever you have, there is a tax on that that is paid to the insurance company that they rebate to the city. So I'd like us to maybe go ahead and look at that sooner rather than later so we can make a decision on that.
I know that we are planning to bring forward our tax hearings in August, so that would be very good timing for us to coordinate that. So let's move forward with that if that's council's pleasure. Okay. Anyone else on council? Any department? Oh, Angie?
Sorry, I just wanted to see if we could get an update on the proceeding with Goodrich Avenue from
Do you have
the
any
city attorney.
updates?
Okay, I reached out to the father, I believe it was the day after the hearing, and asked him to step forward with some type of proposal that we could bring to council to consider to resolve this. He said he would get back to me the next day, and I have not yet heard back. So it's been a week, so I haven't heard anything.
How long are you going to allow him? I guess give him some time?
Well, I'll call him again tomorrow. I was going to do it today and didn't get around to it, but I will call him again and see if they're willing to step forward. But as of this time, I have not heard anything from him. But I did contact him, had a long talk with him.
And we have
Yep.
not heard anything from the individual either.
No,
So still has
I
not-
haven't.
Not been responsive.
Has code enforcement seen any change in the property at all? No?
Nope.
Grass is tall.
Grass is probably taller. Ms. Chambers, did you have something?
That was my question.
Okay. Any other one on council? Department heads? Anyone in the audience desire recognition?
Yeah, about the handicap thing. As a handicapped person, I think one of the biggest issues that I have as somebody with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is a lack of benches. Because I'll go somewhere and I get tired very, very quickly because of my lack of connective tissue. And there's never enough, there's always too much distance between where I can sit and and this is not just me, this happens with a lot of disabled people as well. And then another issue that really hinders disabled persons is when you have a lot of direct sunlight, so there also needs to be a lot of shading. It's one of the reasons I don't go to the aquatic center, because it's outside. So if you can kind of work in some, benches, maybe with like awnings on them, that would be great, Eric, because I know Eric's very conscientious about this stuff, so
Thank you.
that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Mr. Nguyen?
Second.
Second by Ms. Whalen. Did you you need to come? I said, yeah, anyone else? Sorry. That's all right.
My name is Tanya Schmitz.
Maybe move that microphone down and make sure
Hi.
the green light's
Does that
on. I think
sound-
it's on, yeah.
Is that on? My name is Tanya Schmitz. I live on Catherine Avenue, across from your old home. And I'm having an issue, and I've called public service and talked to a Jeremiah. My parking is on my side of the street, and there's a spot that it's about 18 feet long. And I have pictures, if there's cars parked there on that little strip, I've been almost hit about 5 or 6 times or more. And we've tried to call public service and talk to Jeremiah, and he said there was nothing he could do because it was on the same street as parking, but it's only 18 feet, and per your ordinance, and if I'm reading it right, it's either 5 or 7 feet from the driveway. If I'm reading that right, and cars would not be able to fit in that little spot, but they do. And when I go to pull out, I can't see if a car's parked there, because my neighbor next to me has a couple cars that are parked there on their strip, and I can't see past that car. If there's no car there, I can see. But if there's a car parked there, I almost get hit almost every time pulling out. So I've got a picture of the little strip, and the way Jeremiah explained it to me was there was nothing he could do. If we did it for me, they would have to do it for everybody, but I don't know if anybody else is mad about that or not, but it's just an ongoing issue. And there's sometimes someone there parked every day. Sometimes there's no one there in a week. Sometimes it's a couple hours, sometimes it's overnight. It just depends. And I don't know what to do, and I've tried everything I could. I don't want to get in a fight with my neighbor. I don't want to, I don't want that conflict between us. So I put a pole right on my line in that grass, no sign on it, just put it there to see if anybody would think, oh, maybe I shouldn't park that right there. And someone stole it. So I put another one out there, and now we've got a camera on it to see if someone steals or not. But I have a couple pictures, if anybody would like, I don't know how this works, but to show you the spot I'm talking about. I don't know if you know what
Is it the house north of you?
I live on 45. Your house is
But is
sort
it
of
the house
catty
north
corner.
of you?
I'm sorry?
Is it the house north of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very narrow strip, I agree.
It's 18 feet.
Yeah.
And it's only 5 or 7, whatever the ordinance says, by the driveway. So if that was the case, if it was 5, there's no way a car could fit in there. And I was asking if there was some way we could put a sign, do something, because if I get hit, whose fault is that?
So let me have you talk with our Public Service Director, Eric Hall, and then also possibly Chief Mallory. You can meet with them after the meeting, after we adjourn.
Okay. That's it. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you for coming. Anyone else? Okay, now we do have a motion and a second. So all in favor? Any opposed? Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.